Alright, thank you for watching. A while ago, I wasted 2.5 hours of my life that I'm never going to get back. And I'm trying to save you from wasting that part of your life watching a waste of time movie named The Genesis Code. I have recently had some more thoughts about how to explain what is wrong with that movie, which is why I'm talking about it for a second time. This movie, I found out about it because a family member who really liked it. And this family member has their head firmly attached to their shoulder in other ways, and not when this movie came out. So a quick summary of what's wrong with the movie. The Christians in the movie don't give the best arguments and evidence about the Bible and the past they could. The shooting range scene was obviously written by somebody who'd never been to a shooting range or shot guns. They did things gun way. But the theory itself that this movie is putting forth, they call it the Genesis Code, is that time is different if you're at the on an event horizon, if you're getting close to a black hole. And so, the timeline of Genesis chapter 1 is what it looked like to God from a black hole or some other event horizon. And we can't understand that Genesis chapter 1 until we now finally have modern physics and other modern science to explain to us what it really says. And so basically it's a reverse exponential curve. The first day of Genesis was really a long time, and then the days of Genesis get smaller and smaller until you get to our current time. But here is why that is not good. And basically they're accusing God of telling us what he saw, not what it would look like to us. But that either makes God stupid or immoral, bad, morally bad. Because when you communicate to somebody, you should get them information that they will understand, that's useful to them, what they're going to see. Not what it looks like from your perspective. So, if God was really telling us what it looked like from his perspective, and he's got a different perspective than us, then God failed to communicate, which is an immoral thing to do if somebody is intelligent enough to communicate to somebody. If you aren't intelligent enough, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not immoral if somebody's in front of me that doesn't speak a language that I speak and I can't communicate to them. That means I just couldn't. So God's either immoral for not communicating to us accurately, or he is too stupid, which is an insult to God's intelligence. This movie insults God's intelligence. If it's not calling him bad, it's calling him stupid. That God is too stupid to realize from us it's going to look like billion years, 500 million years, million years, and on down. I thought of a parable or a hypothetical scenario to illustrate how you're immoral if you're not communicating clearly. Imagine there's somebody standing next to a cliff, and I'm on the edge of the same cliff. We're looking at each other, so my right's their left is my right. And I tell them, you're too close, you should move away, move to your right. Well, what if it's my right they should move to? The cliff is on my left, and I say, move to your right, because it would be my right they need to move to. And I just say, well, I say move to the right. If I don't specify, somebody should be able to assume I'm telling them to move to their, whatever the position is. Move to the right. Well, they move to their right and fall off the cliff and die. Did I do something wrong in that hypothetical scenario? Yes. I did not communicate clearly to them. That would be a bad thing. Or I was too stupid to communicate clearly. But that would take some extreme stupidity to not be able to know, hey, their left and is my right, and my right is their left. But that is what the Genesis Code movie accuses God of. Accuses God of not communicating clearly or being too stupid to communicate clearly. Thank you for watching. You have a good day. And don't waste your time watching the Genesis Code. You can't get that time back.